You know, a lot of people ask me about this trial I just finished in Long Beach about how do you deal with this craziness when you've got rulings that don't seem to make a lot of sense, that are very, very negative. You got crazy things going on with the jury and the defendants and the lawyers, etc. How do you deal with that? I've practiced how to deal with that. I have practiced many, many times. You wonder, how do you practice dealing with chaotic situations? You learn to recognize when they're a chaotic situation, and you learn to have practiced tools and techniques to bring you down to a level that you can most efficiently and effectively deal with it. So when I stick my face in a ice bucket, when I eat sardines and do things like lay on a spiked mat that are difficult for me to overcome, that require mental toughness, when I do focus practices, recognizing inner thoughts that try to keep coming in to interrupt my thought process, but pulling back to the issue or the thing that I'm focusing on right at hand, those are practices for when a judge throws me an absolute curveball or something happens crazily in a trial that I didn't expect and I can't have any more control over. I have practiced recognizing it, knowing that I can survive difficult situations, knowing that I can go through difficulties and not have my mind freak out. And if it starts to get that way, I have practiced tools and techniques to bring me back to center, and thus I can effectively deal with it. And then finally, I understand that a trial, just like life, that things that happen, those too shall pass. And I understand that if I don't have control anymore over something, then the worst thing I can do is let it worry me in the future to negatively affect things that I can control. Now, that's a very difficult thing for everyone to do. But you know how you do it better? I practice it. And so I, throughout my life, try to recognize when something is happening and now I no longer have control, to recognize that and let go of it. That's why you journal. That's why you meditate. That's why you read about it. That's why you talk to other similar-minded people who have gone through it. That's why Alder Talk is here. That's why I give my cell phone and my email to everyone. That's why I have men's retreats. That's why we have a community. Come on now.